Guys, we're back for another episode of The Baking Bean for two reasons. I really wanted a cookie, and I kind of missed hanging out in my kitchen. It's actually been a little while since we've gotten to hang out in the kitchen together because, as some of you know, I was traveling. I was just in Los Angeles for 10 days visiting my best friend Tyler. Last week's video includes him. He played Derby Trivia. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. It's a pretty good video. And though I'm home now, in just over a week, I'm leaving again to go on vacation with my family. We're going to the Outer Banks. We do that every year. At this point, it's a second home to me, but I will be away from my kitchen yet again. So I just wanted to spend some time today hanging out in the kitchen, baking some cookies, and just catching up a little bit. The format's going to be a little different on today's video. I will be popping up the ingredients on the screen as I'm adding them, but not necessarily narrating them to you. Instead, we're going to act like we're just hanging out, having a good old catch up in the kitchen. We're also drinking apple juice out of a wine glass because I've been gifted many beautiful wine glasses, but I don't drink wine. So, apple juice in a wine glass, mixer on standby. Let's just hang out in the kitchen today. Baking for me is very much my happy place, my calm place. So when I travel, I really miss my kitchen a lot. I miss being able to bake. Now when I go to the Outer Banks with my family, I will have access to a kitchen in the beach house, but it's not the same. Anyone who likes to cook or bake knows that their kitchen is their favorite kitchen. And oftentimes in rental houses, the kitchen isn't very well stocked. You can always make do, but it's not necessarily the things you want to use. But make no mistakes, while I'm on vacation, there will be cookies made and brownies and maybe cakes. Oh my. While I was in LA, I got to go to my first big film festival to support Tyler's short film, Copper and Wool. And it was such a cool experience to get to walk a red carpet. Well, a gold carpet in this instance, but you get what I mean. For someone like me who enjoys being the center of attention, it was amazing. I loved it. 10 out of 10 would do it every day if I could. I was hoping by the time that I filmed this video and was talking about it, I'd have some professional pictures to pop in here so you guys could see my outfits. I haven't gotten any of the professional pictures back yet because the film festival is slacking. So I'm just patiently waiting. If I get them back, I will definitely show them to you, whether it be this video or a video in the future. I'll make a little side note in a future video if I need to, because I'm really excited about it. It's very dorky how excited I am about it, but I'm okay with that. What made me want to make cookies today is that Toll House has this line of things called Morsels and More, and they're meant to be flavored based around something. These are hot fudge sundaes, so there's chocolate chips in there, waffle cone bits, and mini marshmallows. That just sounds like I have to have it, and I have to have it now. That's why we're making cookies today. So shout out to Toll House. I bet these are gonna be really good. Also, while I was in LA this time, I got to go to Malibu for the first time, and that I will put in some pictures and videos somewhere on the screen while I'm talking about it. I've been to California, I think 3 or 4 times now, and LA is where I spent most of the time. So there's not a ton of the really famous places that I haven't been yet, but Malibu was one of them. It might have been the last thing on my list. If I thought really hard, I'm sure I could come up with something else, but Malibu was on my list. I've done a bunch of the other really beautiful beaches. We specifically went to Matador Beach, which is insanely beautiful. Parking, a little bit of a nightmare. Walking back up, I fell and busted my butt. There's still a bruise, but completely 100% worth it. Something to note about me and my mother, we share this trait that when we fall or someone else falls, we laugh, no matter what. I could be in severe pain. I will still be on the ground laughing. That's what happened this time. To prep for this video and try to figure out what stories I was gonna tell and if there was gonna be a chronological order to this, spoiler alert, there's not. I'm just telling stories as they come up in my head. I was looking through my photos though to try to jog memories and make sure I got everything. I'm looking through my photos and I realized I took very few photos of anything but food. That is how my family likes to communicate. That is our love language, is food. And I took almost no pictures of scenery except for at Malibu. I took so many pictures and videos of food. It's like I missed my calling as a food influencer or something. So if you guys would ever like a video of all the incredible things I ate in LA, let me know. I have the content for it. I feel like the summer has really flown by. Like my LA trip really snuck up on me, and I did plan it kind of last minute when I figured out when the festival was happening. But now this vacation is also sneaking up on me because it's such a short time in between vacations. I'm really just living my best life. I hope you guys liked the pack with me video I did for LA, because I think you're getting a part 2 of that as I pack for the Outer Banks next week. because it's just gonna sneak up on me. I'm gonna wait to the last minute to pack everything, and I'm also gonna have to get out a video, and I'm gonna have to kill two birds with one stone again. But packing for the Outer Banks is gonna look very different than packing to go act like an influencer in the wild in California. I'm basically going to throw all of my very many swimsuits into a duffel bag with some shorts, some sundresses, a bunch of pairs of sunglasses. That's about it. That's all I really need. Lots of books. I've stocked up a lot of books because on the beach is my favorite time to read. It's where I get hours a day in the sun to just lay on my butt, read a book, have a fruity drink if I want one, go splash around in the waves if I want to. It's divine. It is the best life gets. Okay. It wouldn't be me on a trip if there wasn't at least a little bit of chaos. And the trip really went pretty smoothly for me to LA. Flights were great, didn't have any problems with any delays, any lost luggage, nothing like that. I flew at some weird times, but whatever. Everything's going great. Even the whole trip other than the minor fall in Malibu. I'm klutzy, I fall all the time. I don't even consider that chaotic at this point. But the chaos came, don't you worry. It just waited until my very last night in town. My last night in LA was a Sunday night, the night of the awards ceremony for the film festival, and I was flying out early the next morning. Like my flight left at 7 a.m. so I was at the airport by like 4:30. I don't know why I always do that to myself, but I do. Award ceremony, entirely too long, but that's okay. Everyone needs to give their speeches and do their dues. I understand, it's fine. Entirely too long. We're dressed to the nines. It's me, Tyler, and his roommate Amanda. We are finally heading home from the award ceremony. We're all still dressed to the nines. I am in heels. Tyler's in vintage Balenciagas. We are all in formal attire. We're walking up the alley to get to Tyler's apartment. Tyler and Amanda are maybe 2 feet in front of me. I'm in heels on an incline, so I'm just being extra cautious. I don't want to fall in this really pretty dress. I'm being careful. As a klutzy person, I'm being extra careful. When I see movement and I look up, I think nothing of it at first because there are some wild cats that live around there. They've all been fixed. They're all very sweet, but they do live outside in the neighborhood. So I think it's a cat. When I look up and my brain processes, I realize it's not a cat. It is a skunk and it is tail up, staring Tyler and Amanda and I down. I then start going, I am begging, literally begging my brain to process the word skunk and spit it out of my mouth already. I finally am like, guys, and they look up. Their brain starts to do the processing as well. Skunk, tail out, 3 people in formal attire. I have to be at the airport in a mere 5 or 6 hours at this point. I can't get on a flight smelling like skunk. I'm like, what do we do? What do we do? We finally process enough to run. All 3 of us, formal attire, clomping full speed back up the alleyway. And Amanda is yelling. Yelling! Apparently, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make a loud noise to scare them. I didn't know this. I thought, don't scare it. If you scare it, it'll spray. She said that's the right thing to do. I'll believe her. I'm not up on my skunk information. But I have never seen 3 people in formal attire run faster in my entire life. My ankles be damned. I'm booking it in heels. I wish someone was there to witness it. I wish that someone had a security camera to catch this because I'm sure it was hysterical to watch back. We ended up having to go around the other side of the building, going through an entrance I've never seen before, and then quickly run into Tyler's apartment. Once we got inside, we realized how funny it might have been to witness that if we weren't living it. We all had a good laugh about it. But when I left for the airport at like 4:30 in the morning, I'm like creeping out of the apartment, carrying my suitcase, just praying the skunk isn't still there, waiting to spray me on my way to LAX. Because what am I gonna do? Not get on my flight? I can't get on my flight smelling like that. That's a 6-hour flight. I can't subject a whole plane of people to that. But also I can't stay in LA. I've been there for 10 days. I know Tyler wants me off of his couch. I had to get home. So it's just a miracle that the skunk was not waiting, lying in wait to attack me at 4 a.m. This looks really yummy. I am really excited about this. To end a lot of our nights in LA, we would watch Destination Fear, which is one of my favorite ghost hunting shows ever. And Tyler and Amanda had never seen it. So I got them hooked on it. And then in turn, got them hooked on the idea that we, the 3 of us, should do a paranormal documentary together. So So I will keep you posted if we start being able to turn that into a reality. That has always been a dream of mine, to do some sort of paranormal show or documentary. I'm absolutely fascinated by that stuff. I grew up watching all of the shows. Anything paranormal that I could get my hands on, I've always loved it. Tyler has been the same way. Tyler is the person who went to investigate Penhurst Asylum with me a couple of years back. And I have been dying to get Tyler back out again. And now that Amanda is on board with it, it looks like we have this little dream team. So if you guys would like to see that, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Because whether you guys would like to see it or not, I'm hoping it's happening. I actually just got to meet the cast of Destination Fear a few days ago in New Jersey and kind of talk to them about our dream of making our own paranormal documentary. So that was a really cool experience, and they are such nice people. These look so yummy. I am so excited. I wanted to do a vlog style video for you guys of my time in LA. And I definitely tried. I tried to take some clips, but it was trying to balance being a content creator with being on vacation and catching up with my friend Tyler, who used to live 10 minutes away from me, who now lives 2,000 miles away from me. So I definitely didn't get enough usable footage to make a whole vlog. I may try harder in the future, but also it was kind of nice to not think about it for a week. However, speaking of being a content creator, I will be going away again in just over a week, and I want to film an extra video for you guys on this channel that I can schedule and have it released while I'm away, so we're not skipping a week. So if there's anything you guys would like to see, please give me some ideas in the comments. I'm taking suggestions because I'd love it to be something that you guys would really want to see. I may try again to film a vlog video for you guys while I'm on this next vacation. I know what to expect from this next vacation. Every day is a given. I'm going to lay on the beach. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to get ice cream at night. I may document every flavor that I eat from my favorite ice cream shop in the entire world, but I don't know if that makes for a very exciting vlog. All right, before I sign off, let's try one of these cookies. They're so good. I baked them so that they have the crunchy outside but the soft inside. So perfect little match in between the people who like chewy cookies and the people who like crunchy cookies. The marshmallow is a really nice touch in here. The waffle cone pieces, you don't notice at first, but you definitely get the aftertaste of that waffle cone. But the marshmallow is so gooey and delicious. I give them a 10 out of 10. Thanks Toll House for making these morsels. I bought a second bag of those morsels to take on vacation with me so I can bake these cookies for my family while I'm there. And I think they'll really like it. These are really good. Thank you guys so much for just hanging out with me today. It was so nice to be back in my kitchen. Baking is my happy place. So it was nice to just do something calm in the middle of my hectic schedule between traveling, being home for such a short amount of time, and then traveling again. It's all great stuff. It's all fun stuff. I'm super grateful for all of it. But it is nice to just slow down for a moment. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Chappie, you want to say hello to the camera? I'm also pet sitting this week. Bye, guys.